Hey journey goers, welcome to day 5 of the beginner yoga journey. You'll notice that we are not in the Zen Den today. We have a special treat for you. We're out here in the glorious sunshine on the beach. The other special treat we have for you is we have upped our audio equipment so that you can hear me loud and crystal clear. So 2 surprises for you this morning. That'll be 4. 2 surprises for you this morning. I just want to give a big congratulations to everyone who's followed along and who stepped on your mat 5 days in a row. I admire your confidence and your courage and how badass you are going to be on the yoga mat. So with that said, let's get our practice rolling. Unroll your yoga mat, maybe pause this and go meet me at the beach, and let's get flowing. Okay, so to finish our last class of the journey, we are going to start where we started in meditation so that we can reflect for a moment and just settle into our practice before we get moving and grooving. So come to a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. Make sure your sitting bones are rooted down into the earth. You're finding length up through the crown of the head. You're engaging your abdominals to support the body. Hands can rest to the tops of the knees or wherever is comfortable for you. And go ahead and close those eyes. Start to turn on that yogic breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Nice, long, steady breaths. As you're coming into your practice right now, I want you to reflect on how your body is feeling in this moment, how the movements of the past 5 days have reconnected and refueled your body, mind, and soul, what it is you really like about this practice, what's making you continue to step back on the mat. Maybe some of the things you don't like about the practice. We also have to reflect on our weaknesses and why you're going to continue to step on the mat and further your knowledge of this yoga practice. So take a moment, 10 deep breaths, ruminate on how you're feeling the past 5 days and how you plan to continue this yoga journey with whomever you choose to. Remembering steady inhalations and exhalations through the nose. Letting your breath bring you into this present moment. Letting the exterior become fuzzy and lighting up the interior. More deep breaths here. Last big inhale through the nose, fill the heart center up, send it all the way down through the spine to your toes. And exhale, open the mouth. Letting go of anything you're holding on to. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. And from that space of peaceful serenity, calmness, relaxation, let's open the eyes. And let's just move through some gentle neck stretches. So drop the chin down to the chest. Breathe into the back of your neck. Next inhale, roll the right ear over the right shoulder and let the left fingertips spill out to the side, reaching further away from the body as you stretch down the left side of the neck. One more round of breath here. Relax the shoulders down. Exhale, release chin down to center, roll to the other side, left ear, left shoulder, let the right fingertips come out to the side. Reach through the fingertips. Breathe into the right side of the neck. One more breath. And exhale, let it go. Back down to center. Inhale the head back up to neutral. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Palms reach together. Grow tall. Exhale and twist to the right. So the right hand goes back behind you. Left hand crosses over. Just for an inhale. Actually, I mean just for an exhale. Inhale the torso back to center. Arms reach high. Exhale and twist to the left. Inhale back and high. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back through center and grow tall. Exhale and twist to the left. Last time going this way. Inhale up through center. Exhale, twist to the right, and let's stay for 3 breaths. Really use your fingertips to drive into the earth and then rebound back up through the crown of the head. Think opposition of energy here. Inhale, breath through the crown of the head, grow tall. Exhale, breath to melt into your twist. Moving from the thoracic spine here, so doing your best to keep the belly button nice and forward and engaged, stabilizing the low back. One more inhale. Exhale, a little bit deeper into your twist. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, take it to the left. 3 deep breaths. On an inhale, you grow tall. On an exhale, we twist. Inhale, grow tall, make space. Exhale, relax into it. One more round of breath. Inhale it back up through center, arms reach. And exhale, release the hands down by your side, moving into a tabletop pose. So unwinding the feet, coming into our tabletop. You guys know this place. Spread the fingertips wide, stack the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, moving into some cat-cow postures. On an inhale breath, let the belly soften down as you pull the heart through. Exhale, reverse the movements around the back, belly button to spine. 2 more, inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale and round. Inhale back to neutral tabletop, and let's find plank pose. We're not going to waste any time here. Let's start to fire up the body. So lift those knees high. Start to engage the arms, rolling the upper arms outwards, eyes of the elbow forward as you hug the forearms in, right? Push down through the pads of the knuckles. Engage the belly. Energy through the heels. Take an inhale breath. Exhale the right knee to the right tricep. Inhale it back. Inhale left knee, tricep. Take it back. We got 2 more on each side here. Take an inhale breath, lift the right foot, exhale to the tricep. Send it back. Inhale left foot high, exhale tricep. Take it back. Last round, lift that right leg and hug it in, tricep. Back and down. Last one, you got it. Lift that left leg and exhale to the tricep. Take it back and down and release the knees, coming into child's pose. See, I'm not going to be that tough on you here. So the knees go wide. Send the hips back to the heels. Reach the fingertips long and melt the chest down. Forehead coming to the mat. Take 1 big breath here. Open the mouth. Inhale, back up and high. Let's move through 2 cat-cows and we'll do a little bit more core work. So inhale, open the body, stretch that belly. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Really get into it. I like to spider up onto those fingertips and round, round, round. Come back to neutral tabletop. Let's take it back to plank pose again. Fire up that body, engage every part. Inhale, breath. And we're just gonna start tapping. So left foot to the outside of the mat, bring it back in. Right foot outside, back in. Keep moving like this, letting the arms be strong and stable for you. Belly hugging in. We're just tapping for 10, 9, 8, 7, you got this, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, 1, and take it back to downward facing dog. I know your arms are on fire. Whew. Pedal out that downward facing dog. This is our first one of the practice, so take your time here. Ease your way into it. You know I've talked about it many times throughout this journey. Downward facing dog is a huge hamstring opener, so we really want to focus on moving our way into it organically and softly. Take 2 more breaths here wherever you are. Last inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale to gaze forward, come up onto your tippy toes and walk your way to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Keep those knees bent. We're not warm enough. You can feel free here to cup both elbows, relax the head and neck down, sway from side to side. We've got 3 breaths on the clock. Things are about to get heated up here, so enjoy these moments of relaxation and quiet and calm. One more round of breath. If you've got those arms, let them go. Heel toe the feet together. Inhale up for a halfway lift. Hands come to shins, flat back, energy through the crown of the head. Exhale and fold. Inhale, bend the knees as we sweep the arms out to the side and rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. By your side, mountain pose. We'll move through 3 modified sun sal A's just to get the heat building, and then we'll start to flow. Coming into our mountain pose, inhale the arms high. Exhale, hands down through heart center as you bend the knees and forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back, hug low belly in. Exhale, step back, plank pose. We're lowering for 5. Feel free to drop the knees, make sure the elbows magnetize in here. I'm gonna scoot back so I don't get a sandwich of sand. That didn't really make sense, but yes, sand in my mouth. All right, plank pose. Take an inhale breath. We exhale and lower for 5. Hug the elbows in. 4, 3, 2. Let it go. 1. Unroll the toes. Keep the hands right where they are by the low ribs. Inhale up, cobra pose, bhujangasana. Pull the heart through as you magnetize the elbows back. 1 more inhale breath. Exhale, let it go. Again, press into the heels. Inhale, lift the chest high. Really pull that heart through and let it go. This time, inhale, lift up. And release the hands. Just float them about 6 inches off the ground for 3, 2, and let it go. 1. You choose. Push straight up to plank pose or come to the knees and find your way to down dog. If you're coming with me, activate the whole body. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Just for 1 round of breath. Inhale to face, gaze forward. Tiptoe, step if you're ready, hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins or the floor. Exhale and fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms, rise all the way up. Exhale, immediately forward fold, back to Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step back, plank pose. We're lowering for 5 again. Inhale, breath. Exhale for 5, 4, 3. Always drop the knees if you need to. 2, let it go. 1. This time, cross right ankle over left. Interlace the hands behind. On an inhale, breath. Come on up. Lift the chest, lift the legs. Think length over height here, friends. 2 deep breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, release down. You just get 1 moment here. Cross left ankle over right. Redo the grip. Make sure the weird pinky is on top. I know that feels weird. And on an inhale, rise back up. Take 2 deep breaths here. Exhale, relax, let it go. Hands come to the low ribs. You choose your way up. So all the way up to plank or knees to help you. On an inhale, let's come up. Strong body. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Whew, 1 round of breath. Inhale to gaze forward, your way to the top, which means you either walk, you step, or you hop. So your choice. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, we go right back down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, this time we'll move through the truce and salutations. So step back, plank pose. Modify where you need to. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale up, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale back, Adho Mukha. Whew. And I just had some sweat roll down my face. That means we're working. Take 3 deep breaths right here. Next, inhale, sweep the right leg straight back and high. And exhale to bring the foot through and plant it down. Soften the left knee to the earth for low lunge. Inhale the arms high. So in low lunge, hold on. In low lunge, we want to focus on hugging the hip points up towards the belly button so that the sacrum softens down and we make space in the low back region, yeah? The last thing we want to do is compress the low back, which is super easy to do. 3 deep breaths here. Last big inhale here, reach through the fingertips. Exhale the hands down through the heart center to twist over to the right. So big inhale. Exhale, we twist. Take the left elbow across the right knee and then twist the body over to the right. So the right elbow is going straight up to the sky. I'm sending the right hip back and I'm hugging the low belly in here. 1 more big round of breath. Exhale to curl the back toe under. Here we go. Let's fire it up. Inhale, lift that back leg. Lift it nice and strong. 2 more rounds of breath. You got this. Always feel free to drop the knee back down. Another round of breath. On the next inhale, we're opening up for warrior 2. So big inhale, start to release the hands, sweep them around. Use this front leg to support you. Come into Virabhadrasana 2. I almost just did a major split there, you guys. Okay, so Virabhadrasana 2. Do you guys know this posture? Reach the fingertips out long from side to side. Relax the shoulders down. We want to imagine here that as we're reaching the fingertips out away from each other, that you're hugging the heels in towards one another. By doing this, we activate the inner groin area. The inner thighs are working. Take 2 more deep breaths here, gazing out over your right middle finger. Inhale to flip the front palm. Take it back. Reverse your warrior. Reach through the right fingertips. Exhale to windmill the hands down to the ground. Frame the front foot. We move through a vinyasa. Step back, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath, reconnect. On inhale, sweep the left foot back and high. Exhale, hug the knee in, round the, as you plant the foot, right knee comes down, low lunge. Inhale the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Remember that hip point action, hug it in here. Take 2 more rounds of breath. On your next inhale, grow tall through the fingertips, make space throughout the body. Exhale the hands down through heart center as you twist it over to the left. Right elbow comes across as you find that twist. Left hip goes back. Try and lift your belly up off your thigh so that you can make more space to twist. Another round of breath here. Start to curl the back toe under. On an inhale, lift the knee up, fire it up. Nice strong back leg. Another round of breath. Next inhale, here we go into Virabhadrasana 2. Start to really hug muscle to bone on the front leg as you unwind the arms and spin them out like a ninja. Warrior 2. We take 2 deep breaths here. Feel strong, feel stable. Surrender into it. 1 more round of breath. Inhale to flip that front palm. Reverse your warrior. Reach back through the left fingertips. And exhale to windmill it down. Step the foot back. Your choice here. So I'm going to start saying go or flow, which means move through a vinyasa or just step back to down dog. If you're following with me, we step it back. Plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Whew. 2 rounds of breath, guys. You're doing so good. We're gonna add on to that sequence. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through, plant the foot, low lunge, drop the back knee. 1 breath here, inhale. Exhale to twist, take it over to the right. 1 round of breath here. Curl the back toe under, inhale, lift it up. Twisted high lunge. A round of breath here. Inhale to windmill the hands. Use your strength, come around to warrior 2. 1 round of breath here. Flip the front palm, take it back. Peaceful warrior. And just come up to standing because we need to talk about the next pose. So, the next pose is Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. There's a lot of components to it, and it requires balance, flexibility, and strength. I highly suggest when you first start practicing that you have a block here to put your hand on, and that you also take a moment to do it against the wall to really feel the hip opening action. So let me demo it first, and then we'll do it together. From your reverse warrior, when you're reaching back through the fingertips, you would inhale to come forward. This right hand's gonna guide you to your place, yeah? So you inhale to come forward, you push off the back leg, keep a nice bend in the front knee as you reach through the right fingertips. From here, the torso slowly comes down as the right fingertips reach for a ground or... Okay, so once you're stable here and you feel like, okay, I got this, you start to straighten the right leg, the standing leg, Really activate the back leg, flex through the feet, and open the hips. Roll, 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 roll the hips. Oh yeah. From here, if you feel really stable, the left arm would go high. And from here, which I'm not gonna do today, you would then take the gaze straight up, or maybe I am, okay. Straight up to the fingertips. So, lots of components going on. You've got the balancing component, you've got the strength component, and then you've got the flexibility component to open up through the hips. Let's come back to Warrior 2 and do it together. So from our Virabhadrasana 2. Whew. This sand is slippery. Take the arms out long. Inhale to flip the front palm and reverse your warrior. Reach back through the fingertips. Exhale to come back to a neutral. That right arm is guiding you. You're gonna push off the back leg. Come into your half moon pose. So you reach with the right fingertips, find the ground or a block. Start to straighten the standing leg, activate the back leg as you open through the hips. Move slow, take your time opening the hips. Notice how active my back left is, my back leg is. One inhale to take the arm high. Now listen carefully, start to exhale, bend the knee as you hug the left knee in and bring it to meet the right foot at the top of the mat. We're coming into low squat. So take your toes out and your heels in and start to lower your bum down in between your hands. Once you get there, the hands come to heart center. Use the elbows to push the knees open and away as you lift through the crown of the head, the sternum, and drop your sitting bones down. That was a lot of cues. This is a really deep hip opener. You're more than welcome to bring a block underneath your bum. Take another inhale here. Actually, we got like 2 inhales here. Next inhale, lift the gaze, hands plant, start to lift the tailbone high, heel toe the feet in towards the center of the mat, and inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant hands, step back, plank pose. You choose, go or flow. Vinyasa or down dog. Inhale, breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath. By now, your dog should be feeling really comfortable and taking on that resting pose component of your practice. Another round of breath. Open the mouth, let the heat go. Inhale, the left leg high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through, plant it down. Low lunge, right leg goes down for 1 breath. Exhale it down through heart center, take the twist to the left. 1 round of breath. Curl the back toes under, lift it high, 1 round of breath. Next inhale, open up, warrior 2. 1 round of breath. Inhale to flip that front palm. Take it back, reverse your warrior. We're coming into that half moon pose. Another inhale. Exhale, hands back to a T. The left hand is your guide, right? So push off the back leg. Lift, lift, lift. It's almost like a flying warrior, and then you lower the torso and the fingertips down as you activate the back leg and open the hips. From here, 1 breath to lift that right arm high. Exhale to come into yogi squat, malasana, top of the mat. So slowly bring the right foot to meet the left. Toes out, heels in, drop it low. Two more rounds of breath. Last inhale. Exhale, let it go, open the mouth. Inhale, plant the hands, lift the hips, heel toe the feet together. We've got one more flow on each side. Inhale, lift that chest. Exhale, go or flow. Step back, plank pose. If you're coming along, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale back, Adho Mukha. We've got 5 breaths here, so feel free to hang out in downward facing dog or take child's pose. I'm gonna take child's pose, so if you're with me, let's just slowly lower the hips and the chest all the way down to the earth. This is your time to reconnect. Use it wisely. You can also towel off and grab some water. Halfway there. You'll notice that the more we practice, the easier it is to come into this pose and surrender. It really starts to become a second home. Last round of breath. Okay, come back up to center, downward facing dog. Actually, we're not going to go through our third flow because we have a little bit more, but we are going to step up to Malasana Yogi Squat and start to learn crow pose. So crow pose is the first arm balance that a lot of us practice and a lot of us can do. So you should be working towards the strength that you need. Sorry guys, it's really hot out here. I'm a little sweaty. Towards the strength that you need for this pose, and a lot of it is just integrating the proper muscles to work at the proper time. So stacking bone on bone, hugging muscle to bone, and then just really like believing in yourself and knowing that you are a badass and you can fly. So let's come into it, yeah? From Malasana Yogi Squat, this is the easiest way to come into it. We plant the hands, and because the elbows are inside the knees, it's immediately gonna act like a shelf. So feel free to watch me first. We plant the hands. We come up onto the tippy toes. So notice here, yeah, you already see that shelf-like action working. You come up onto the tippy toes and slowly start to hinge forward, hinge forward, hinge forward. Hug the belly up and in, and then maybe you pick up a foot. Maybe you pick up the other foot. And let it go. Let's practice that together. So from your yogi squat, plant both hands on the ground. Start to gaze forward. Bring the knees to the backs of the arms, creating a shelf. Lift the bum up in the air. Hug the low belly in. Start to slowly pick one foot off the ground, the other foot, and then breathe. If you fall, it's not very far, so it's no big deal. Take another breath and let it go. So that's a Bakasana crow pose. It's a really great posture to start with because you're low to the ground. So the chances of you actually like smashing your face into the ground are really low. If you need to get your bum higher in the air, feel free to place your toes on 2 blocks to lift and elevate yourself. You can also put a block in the front so that if you are scared of the head touching down, you would easily just boop, hit the block, boop, hit the block. So that's the easy way to kind of bring the floor up to you. Let's come back to our downward facing dog and finish out this sequence. So from down dog, take it back. One big round of breath. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale your way to the top. Step, hop, or walk. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root down through the feet, bend the knees, sweep the arms out wide, stand up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Moving into a few balancing postures to round it out. So coming into dancer pose, we're gonna start on the left foot. So start to activate that whole left leg just like we did in tree pose. Really firm down through the leg, kneecap lifts. From here, take your right hand, bend the back right foot, and grab the top of the foot. So let me face this way so you can see it better. You're gonna grab the top of the foot. You can also grab the inside of the foot, whatever feels best for you, okay? Kind of play with the grip. You wanna hug both knees in together to start, and also hug the hip points up to the belly button to make space in the low back, like we continue to talk about. Inhale the left arm straight out to the sky. Now this is an opposing action, so as you kick your foot into hand and start to lift the leg higher, your arm is going to lower down, okay? But it has to be equal parts. So let's bring that left hand high to the sky. Take an inhale breath just to settle in. Exhale, get grounded. Inhale, start to lift the chest as you kick the foot into the hand. Notice if your grip's not working for you like mine isn't. So start to kick foot into hand. Feel yourself growing open. Lift, lift, lift through the fingertips. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Find that point. That standing leg is super active and strong. You're not locking it out. Take another inhale here. Exhale, slowly come up. Listen carefully. We're not putting that foot down. Hug the right knee into the chest. So interlace the hands and hug the knee in. Hug belly button to spine. Roll the shoulders onto the back. One more inhale. Exhale, come into warrior three. So again, listen carefully. Bend the standing leg. Reach the fingertips back like an airplane. Slowly act like a pendulum. The right leg goes back as the torso lowers down. Long lines of energy from the crown of the head to the toes. 3 rounds of breath. Hug low belly in, hug muscle to bone. If you come out of it, just come back into it. One more round of breath. Exhale, stand up and release it and let it go. Step out to the side, shake your hips from side to side. Just let that leg and booty area relax, and let's just move straight to the other. So this time, we're gonna be standing on the right leg. Immediately step the foot out, feel all 4 corners of the feet, activate the right leg. Start to bring the weight into that right side. The left foot reaches up, and you reach back to find your grip, okay? So it really doesn't matter if you're on the inside or the outside, you just need to find something that feels good for you in this pose. The right fingertips reach out and long. Both knees hugging in towards one another, hip points hugging up towards the belly button. We're starting out in this really super strong, stable position. Here we go. Inhale, breath. Reach the fingertips tall as you kick the foot into the hand. Keep moving like that. Inhale to find length. Exhale to melt into it. Another 2 rounds of breath. Inhale, find length. Exhale, lower into it. Last round. Next, inhale, slowly come up, and then bring that left knee into the chest, hug it in. So interlace the hands around the shin, lift up. Roll the shoulders onto the back, hug the belly in. Another round of breath. Moving into warrior three, so take your time. Start to bend the standing leg, okay? Release the hands, reach them back. Hug belly in, okay? So belly button back to spine right here to support you. Start to be that pendulum. So swing the left leg back as the torso lowers down. Energy from the crown of the head all the way to the toes. 3 rounds of breath. Last inhale. Exhale, release, let it go, shake it out, sway the hips from side to side. Let's move through our last vinyasa here. Big toes together to touch. Inhale the arms high to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, lower down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale it up. Exhale, if you want to try this, I'm going to hop it back, okay? Otherwise, you can step back or take it to down dog. So plant the hands, hug low belly in here, hop it back, Chaturanga. Inhale it up, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale it back, Adho Mukha. Inhale that right leg back and high. We're coming into pigeon pose, Kapotasana. Exhale the knee to the right wrist. hips or to lower down, slide the left leg back. From here, walk the fingertips back just a smidge. Inhale to find length, grow tall. Exhale to lower down. Feel free to grab a block here and lower your head onto it. Do what feels comfortable. We have 5 breaths. I think the birds agree with our pigeon pose right now. 3 more rounds of breath. Last round of breath. Inhale to lift the chest. Come back up to that lifted position. Exhale to fall over onto the right hip. Swing the left leg all the way around. I'm going to face you guys so you can see me here. So the left leg swings around. You plant it outside the right thigh. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fish pose, one of my favorite poses to get into your piriformis, okay, your hips. So left hand goes back as your kickstand. Reach the right arm high. Exhale to sweep it around the knee and hug it in with the crux of your elbow. We're here for 3 breaths. Really breathe into your left hip here. Last round of breath. And let it go. Feel free to come back over to the right side and just take a mini bow. Inhale it back and high. Unwind and let's come back into our downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg high just for a transition, preparing for pigeon pose. Exhale, sweep it through, left knee to left wrist. Slowly lower the body down, slide the right leg back. Walk those fingertips back for a breath. Big inhale, grow tall. Exhale, walk it down. You've got 5 breaths. Find that comfortable place where you can surrender, but not fall asleep on me. So stay present. When we come into these hip openers and forward folds and heart openers, we like to let our mind wander. So do your best to focus when we get to this point in the practice to stay here. Bring the mind back into the body, stay on your yoga mat. Halfway there. It's a long 5 breaths, I know. Last big inhale. Stay and exhale. Inhale, begin to lift the chest, come back up. And then fall onto the left hip as you sweep the right leg all the way around, and you're going to plant it outside the left thigh. From here, the right hand goes back. Inhale the left arm high. Exhale to sweep it around and hug the knee in into the crux of the elbow. 3 deep breaths. Breathe into the right hip. Last big inhale. Exhale to unwind and release. Coming into Baddha Konasana, so butterfly pose as many of us call it. So hugging the soles of the feet together and the heels in towards the groin. I like to take my hands and make a basket, so interlace the hands around the bottoms of the toes, and then use that basket-like shape to lift the chest high as you send the knees down and open through the heart. Take 3 deep breaths. Super long spine here, energy through the crown of the head. You're not relaxing. Belly's hugging in. 2 more big breaths. Last inhale. Now exhale to bend the elbows and totally round the back and let it go. Now you can relax. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale to lift the chest up high. And coming into our final sequence, so we're going to do shoulder stand to plow pose to fish pose. So we're gonna lay down onto our backs. Hug the elbows in towards the body and really ground down through those elbows. So activate down into the earth. Feel the shoulders plug in. Hug the low belly in. And then start to pick the legs up, straight up to the sky, okay? From here, you use the elbow activation and lift your hips straight up. Catch your low back. Once you have your low back, continue walking your hands further up the back till you get to the middle of the back. Point through the feet, really activate the legs, and then gently lift the chin away so that you can actually breathe here. 3 deep breaths. One more inhale. Exhale to slowly lower the toes back behind you for plow pose, halasana. Release the hands from the low back as you lower the toes down to the ground. If your toes don't hit the ground, it's really not a big deal. Stretch here, 3 deep breaths. Bring the hands back to the back and slowly bring the legs back up to shoulder stand. From here, you can just hang out, or if you want, you can make shapes with your legs, move around. If you really open the hips, you can come into lotus pose, slowly shimmying the legs into it. Just have fun here. 2 more breaths. Okay, here we go into fish pose. So lower the hands down to the ground, hug the low belly in. You're sort of coming into a plow pose to transition. The feet go back, but hug the low belly in as you roll each vertebra down to the ground. Use your core here. Roll, roll, roll. Release the feet to the ground, and then keep the elbows right where they are. Palms in towards your glutes, and lift the chest up off the ground. So let me redo that. Elbows in towards the body, palms by your side. Use the elbows to ground down as you lift the chest up. 3 deep breaths here. Big heart opener. Last inhale. Exhale, let it go. Going right into shavasana. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you do any more. That was a lot of work, so get comfortable. Take the feet out nice and wide. I like to starfish my legs out, really take up space here. Let the palms rest down by your sides. Start to fully and completely surrender down into the earth beneath you, letting the body get super heavy, letting all of the movement integrate down beneath the surface onto a more real level, so that mind and soul part of our practice. Take another big inhale here, cleansing breath. Open the mouth, let it go. One more huge inhale, breath in. And let it go. Your only job here is to relax and rest. You deserve it. Enjoy shavasana. Start to slowly invite deeper breaths into the body, inhaling into the belly. Invite small movements to the fingertips, toes and wrists, ankles, bringing life back into the moment. And when you're ready, take a big inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And exhale to bend the knees, come onto your favorite side for fetal pose. One round of breath here, feeling uber grateful and confident and successful in your yoga journey. Inhale to come back up to seated pose. Sit up nice and tall. Feel the difference in your body. Feel what yoga can do for you on every level of your being, body, mind, and soul. Inhale the arms out to the side, reach them overhead, palms touch. Exhale them down through heart center, and we close this beautiful journey with the unifying sound of Om. Take a big inhale breath to prepare. The light in me completely honors and respects the light in you, yogis. Feel free to open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you so much for joining me on the beach this morning, and I promise we'll have so much more good stuff to come from you, especially now that we got our mic. So again, thanks for joining us. Namaste. We'll see you in the Zen Den, of course, and maybe back here at the beach.